Welcome back to the Panther podcast. I am one of your hosts today. My name is Terrence Harris. Today we have a few very special guests, but let's introduce our co-hosts.
Savion Baker,
Sloan Corbin,
Fontaria Phillips.
And without further ado, our special guest. First up,
I am Councilmember Marci Collier Overstreet with the City of Atlanta.
Philip Smith. I'm the Community Affairs Coordinator with the City of Atlanta Department of Parks and Recreation.
And I'm Coquethia Brown, the Program Director for Camp Best Friends for the City of Atlanta Department of Recreation.
how are you all doing today?
Doing great.
Rainy?
Right.
Blue rain?
A whole lot of rain.
A whole lot of rain.
Whole lot of rain. All right, to start us off, 1 second. Okay, so to start us off, let's reintroduce ourselves and say our positions and what we do for the city.
So I'm Councilmember Marci Collier Overstreet, and that means I'm an elected official. And District 11 is my district, which is where we are right now. Therrell High School is in my district. And it starts way over at Johnny White Park, Cascade Road, goes up to Campbellton Road, all the way to Camp Creek Marketplace. A lot of people don't know that the City of Atlanta stretches all the way to Camp Creek Marketplace. So that is my district. And I am on City Council, which means I'm in the legislative branch of government for the city. The mayor is in the executive branch of government, and our judges are in the judicial branch. So I'm legislative. That means I legislate really your quality of life, make sure that our city services are taking care of your needs. And I love that I'm here today at Therrell High School. I am an APS graduate. I was at Mays High School the first year it was open. So to see you all in here podcasting like this is like a full circle for me. So kudos to you.
And myself, I'm Philip Smith, Community Affairs Coordinator with Department of Parks and Recreation. And the cool part about me, too, I'm an alum as well. And this is my 15th year, actually, from graduating from Therrell. So this is my 15th year alum. So for me, full circle, when I first was interested in journalism, all we had was, of course, the yearbook staff, the newspaper, and then we started to introduce kind of like the TV and the radio side of it. So for me, it's a full circle moment, too, to actually see kind of where we were 15 years ago to like, wow, look at this now and the steps you can take.
I'm Coquethia Brown. I am the Program Director for Camp Best Friends for the Department of Recreation. I myself am a recreation baby. I grew up in Parks and Rec, growing up in the East Lake community at what was known as Drew Recreation Center, to now be in charge of lead a program that I was once a part of is a definite full circle moment for me. So just the gist of what I do. We have a 7-week camp that we run. We facilitate in over 24 sites across Atlanta. So I'm responsible for making sure the train runs.
Nice.
So
That's amazing. I mean, that's a whole mouthful, but like, I had a question about Camp Best Friends. So, can you tell us more about it?
So Camp Best Friends was started in 1981 by the Honorable Mayor Maynard Jackson as a response to the missing and murdered children's. I don't want to call it the events that took place during that time. So it was a place for kids to come and be safe off of the streets. And now in 2023, that's still our motive, to have a place where kids can be safe. Parents don't have to worry about their children. And they can come and just ultimately have fun throughout the summer.
I love that. Is it just like for all ages, or is like a specific group of age?
Well, we cater to a lot of groups. We go from youth from 5 to 12. We do teens from 13 to 18. And then we also cater to our seniors from ages 55 and up.
Okay. Y'all have any questions?
I do have a quick question because I want to know, I recently saw you on Instagram. Shout out to you spending time with again in our district. And I think that's the cool thing about, you know, us spearheading what we're talking about, what we're doing in our district, and what you recently did with not only William Walker, who is still one of our leading, you know, figures in our community who actually still serves at William Walker, which it is represented in his name, which is the former Ben Hill. But you also spend a lot of time with the seniors. This past week,
Mm-hmm.
you did a lot of exercise. Like, what was that like?
So much fun. So much fun. And so what I really get to do a lot is spend a lot of time with youth and seniors. And this past week, we did use our William Walker Rec to host our seniors, and they showcased their talent. They did line dancing for us. They did a concert for us. So we had the singers there. Then we fellowshipped and we ate together. The mayor came. His mother was there dancing with us. And it was just a really good time. And I love hosting them because they really love to show off. They do.
But then now I want to switch it over because I want to play devil's advocate. I have a question for you all, being that we have to serve you all, being our youth, and you are a very important role actually in city government. I don't think a lot of people really realize that because your voices really matter, especially when it comes to, you know, our programming and what you like, what you dislike. And I really think if more students really knew that their voices really matter, especially down to those things, more people would, you know, come out and join. So I just had a question for you all. Back in 1981, or in a course from 1979 up until 1981, we had the Atlanta child murders. Then there was a serial killer that was going around killing Black children, predominantly Black children, various age ranges. But now looking at 2023, you all have to deal with what I consider now gun violence, which is still a, you know, detriment to our community because it's happening to each other. So how do you all feel as though, what do you all consider to be a safe haven? Would this be a safe haven for you all, you know, coming here after school and doing things because you could be doing other stuff?
Right. So I guess I'll start. I feel like this is a safe haven, especially for me. This is something I enjoy doing. I enjoy speaking and introducing myself and just talking to people, getting to know people better. I feel like this is a safe haven, and like recreation centers, most of them are safe, and it just depends on the year,
Right.
on the area.
Anybody else?
Well, I am a homebody. I like to be at home. I'm also both an introvert and an extrovert, so I don't like conversating with people. When it comes to school, I do feel like the need of school is safe, but at the same time, I don't feel like that, just with all what has happened with gun violence in school. So I would prefer being home in a safe place where I've grown up, and, you know, I could feel more safe at home and secure at home than being at school where, you know, I'm with a little bit strangers and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Home too, but I feel kind of safe when I come here, especially with I think it was either last semester where a student had brought a gun to school.
Oh my gosh.
During the fight. That kind of
Triggered.
scared me a little bit.
Yeah. Honestly, it just depends who I'm like surrounded by. Like if I'm comfortable with the area and I'm used to it, like for instance here, Panther Records, I'm more able to be like myself and comfortable and safe. But if I'm not at a place that I'm like, I really don't know the area like that, then I would kind of feel off and not really like myself, or I have to like check my surroundings and like start freaking out. But yeah.
So just to add, I think that's our goal and that's our motive for the Department of Recreation and all of our recreation centers, to be a safe place for you and be a place where, like you said, you're a homebody. This is your home away from home. So our idea of it is to have programs designed specifically for whatever age group, whether it be a 5-year-old or a 7-year-old or a teenager, just having those programs that are geared towards you and center around you. So we want to, I think I would be safe to say that we're not doing our job if we don't have something designed for the whole child, not just the part of the child.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, since COVID and everything that's been going, it's been a lot of crazy stuff in the past few years. So no one's really been like outside of their space to find another place that they feel comfortable.
Right.
If it's not a loved one's home or their own.
So I will tell you that I know that it has to be challenging right now to be a high school student, a teen, and a young adult. And so that's why I am very thankful that we at the City of Atlanta have these partnerships with APS and also offer things like Camp Best Friends, because not only can children come or even teens come and actually be part of Camp Best Friends, but we're offering jobs as well, you know?
Right. So,
Yep. Wow. Yep. We offer jobs as well. So that's, training that you can use on your resume for later in life. And hopefully in the next couple years, things will start, the trends will change so that you will come out of your home more, because that's what we really want you to do. Now, because of the internet age, we didn't have that when I was growing up. And I know I can talk stories all the time and you guys will be flabbergasted on, the fact that we did not keep up with one another when we left each other. But it's important that you have a balance. And I know that you're more comfortable at home. Shoot, so am I. I love being at home. But I'm not sure that you're going to be well-rounded if you just succumb to that, where you think I'm only safe at home. And I know that it has to be extremely hard, to get past all of the violence that you see and hear. But we're hoping that the Year of the Youth will, help you feel more supported, provide you with the resources and connections necessary in order to come to safe environments, because that's what we're trying to set forth for you.
exactly.
And then a quick story real quick, if you wanted to move along, because just thinking about you all, like, I know my time with Camp Best Friends, I'm a Camp Best Friends baby as well. I lived in this area with my grandparents my entire life. I'm 33 years old now. My grandparents have stayed over here since 1969. And just the fact that I went from, this area to Camp Best Friends, which is Boulevard location. Central. So I went all the way from here to Central, which you said I had to check my surroundings. I'm not from that area. Boulevard is totally different than Campbellton One. And, I was, blessed to be able to go over there and actually meet, other kids who were from Old Fourth Ward and just learn about the Old Fourth Ward community and how historic it was and how once what was there, which when I was growing up, it was Georgia Baptist, and how unique that hospital was to just that community. And I'm just glad that I kind of went out of my comfort zone, or my parents allowed me to go out of that comfort zone from always being in Southwest Atlanta to going to that area. So I would just challenge, sometimes even I was hesitant sometimes with going to camp. I didn't like going over there. The kids were a little different, but we were kids, but then we got to learn about each other, and we all had the same kind of characteristics. We all from Atlanta. So we basically are all the same.
Right.
So, yeah.
So just think baby steps. Baby steps, share the information, all that. Just baby steps.
Speaking of Central, I'm kind of from over there. My
Oh, wow.
My grandma did too. Best speaking
of like watching your surroundings, it's still like that now.
But we have a safe place. And actually, in that neighborhood, we have a safe place for boys. That's our Young Men's Academy, where it's strictly geared towards developing our young Black men. And not just our young Black men, but all of our young men in Atlanta is specifically geared towards men. You'll see an all-male staff there, all-male participants, just somewhere safe for our males to go. There's a need in that neighborhood.
Thinking about the program too, even back to my role and what I do being community affairs, it's my job to actually get out in the community and, see what the people want. And, a lot of people have asked for more initiatives to do with young Black men. So I have found, different nonprofit or different, people who just want to spend their time with the youth. So I've actually found some good organizations. I can actually name one for sure. It's a guy who literally wants to come out and teach our youth how to change tires, how to properly tie a tie, how to make sure you groom yourself as a, from an adolescent to really being a grown man. Like your body does a whole lot of changes and what that talk is really about. So those are the type of people who I actually reach out to and who want to be involved. And you just actually have to know how to fish out and see who's really genuine about helping the community.
Right.
I respect that because nowadays, I mean, we have people saying they want to help out the community, but it's just all for show, and it's not like I don't see any progress. And as just I don't know, just a kid or just a teenager, just seeing since we are the next generation, we have to make an impact for then I guess the next generation. So and we need role models, and I just like respect y'all for like coming out, taking time out of your day, and just helping our community.
You're welcome. So a goal of ours also is to, number one, get you when you go right into school, our 5-year-olds. We start you out at 5. You go through our Campus Friends program. You turn 13. We go take you to a preteen academy where you learn about everything teenagers. At 14, we start giving you the job resources that you need. 14, 15, you're employed. 16, 17, you're still employed as a full-time worker. Hopefully, by then, you can decide whether or not you want a career in Parks and Rec or you want a career in something else by all of the tools that we provide, everything that you've learned. Hopefully, when you turn 18, graduate school, go off to college if you choose to. If not, that's okay. If you want to work in a rec center, then, hey, we have employees that we've already trained and are already ready for that type of employment. I can say for myself, growing up, I never knew what I wanted to do as far as a career. And I know, just being honest, I'm in school now, but college at that point wasn't an ideal thing for me. So when I came on at Parks and Rec, I said, okay, this is it. So I started out entry level. Here I am. So we want to provide those resources, and not only in Parks and Rec, but we have our teenagers that are employed in other departments as well. So your thing may not be working with kids. Your thing may be to work in the parks and learn how to properly cut grass, or to speak to our customers, or work in our 311 call center. So we have different areas that we provide programming and resources for our team.
Oh, all good information. That is so good. I want to add one more thing too. Sometimes people do make bad decisions and they get in trouble. And we also at the city have at Promise centers. And I worked with Ambassador Young to make sure that we received one right here at our YMCA campus. So we have an at Promise center right on Campbellton Road at the Y. And at Promise is a play on words opposite of at risk, because these are supposed to be at risk use, but we're making them at Promise because it's a second chance. And it's equipped with lots of clinical help and a lot of GED help and things for those that make a mistake. So you may have a friend that is not going to be eligible for other jobs at this time, but we do have something for those that are, that just really need help and need a different pathway. So we have that as well. And I also just want to, thank you for letting everyone know that college is not for everyone. I did graduate college here in Atlanta. I graduated at Georgia State. But I know from pathways and from my mother. My mother was one of the assistant center directors over at what was called Job Corps at the time, at Westlake. The whole time I was growing up in Atlanta, she was over at Atlanta Job Corps Center. And that's where students were paid to learn skills. Vocation, you actually got paid for vocation. And I think that that's an option too for everyone. And I just don't want anyone to feel like they're not supported, whether it be with city or with your family. And it's important to know that you have outlets. And especially these days, everyone feels like if I'm not, an influencer or rich or famous or whatever, and if I don't get my money in the next 5 minutes, That's why, so they don't. And I was just given a blue check because I serve. But, I'm just saying none of that at the end of the day brings you the joy that you need in your heart. So we're here just to let everyone know that there are so many different outlets that are available. It's just a matter of networking, sharing what you learn, and trying different things. Like, you have to do all of that, and speaking up for things that you believe in, because we're not going to know what you need if you don't let us know. And just know that we're here to learn too. We have a lot to offer, but we may not know what we're not offering, and for that reason, I'm always going to be open to you all letting me know what we're missing. So just keep that in mind.
So going back, tell us a little bit more about Camp Best Friends and like some more initiatives and things you have going.
So, Camp Best Friends, again, like I said, we provide a safe space for children. Some of the initiatives that we are implementing this summer are we have partnerships with Girl Scouts of Atlanta. We have Girl Scouts that come in. We have partnerships with At Promise, actually, that Councilwoman Overstreet mentioned, for our teens so that we can share resources for our teens. We also have partnerships with groups like Kids Gym of America, who provide programming for our special needs community. We have a camp specifically for them that goes from 5 to 18 so that they can have a safe place, because our goal is to provide inclusive programming and not, leave anyone out. Another initiative that we're doing this summer is our theme this summer is Camp Best Friends is Atlanta. So it's all things Atlanta. We want to go back and dive into the history of Atlanta. We want to dive into the history of Camp Best Friends. We want to explore our city so that our kids are okay and free to learn what's, the rich culture of Atlanta. A lot of them maybe never even left Campbellton Road, but we want to be that resource for them so that they can learn their community and want to be more open to helping their community and not hurting their community. So we just felt the need to have that theme for Atlanta because we want to focus on us as a city. And with the Mayor's Year, the youth initiative, I think it's only fitting that we do explore Atlanta.
I agree. I like that plan because I just moved here from like a different county, but like sometimes I would always go in the city of Atlanta, but like not really. So I like how you give me like different looks, giving everybody a chance to explore and get to see what they like, what they don't like. So just being involved in the community. I wanted to ask you, what kind of employment opportunities do you give the youth for a Camp Best Friends program?
So as I stated before, in our teen program, we have what we call Summer Academy interns, meaning they intern with our Camp Best Friends program. They're counselors, kind of sort of like junior counselors where they work at our site. Those persons are paid interns. And we also have lifeguard positions that start at age 15, and they pay $15 an hour for the lifeguards. Where you can go, you can get lifeguard training. They train you to be a lifeguard. Your certification lasts for 2 years. You can use that for future employment as a lifeguard.
And then I know coming from our department and working with the mayor's office, we are celebrating this year being the Year of the Youth with Mayor Dickens. And that whole kickoff has led to now being 2023 and looking at the summer, we're now focusing on the Mayor's Summer Youth Employment program that's being available. And if any student that's listening, if you're between the ages of, I want to say it's up into age 24, which is a really good age because a lot of people have asked us, we consider the youth, we consider the teens, but what about the young adults? So I think it's a very good idea that Mayor Dickens is looking at, that age range between 18 to 24, as we discussed. Maybe you don't want to go to college right after, high school, but you have the opportunity to, advance with an internship, and you may see a position within city council or parks and recreation or recreation and
Right.
just get on. So if anybody wants to apply, I would get online right now, get on your phone, get on your laptop. Make sure you go to the City of Atlanta's main website, or you can go to Year to Youth.
You can, the website is actually atlantaga.gov. Once you go to atlantaga.gov, you type a keyword in the box, you do CBF 2023, all one word, and then it will take you to all of the listings that we have. And just to piggyback on what Philip said, we do have positions for, I know we were speaking specifically about teens, but from 18 to 54, we have positions for our regular camp counselors. Those are not intern positions, but they are regular jobs, regular positions that pay $15.50 an hour. So we have those positions available for those kids who may have already graduated or over that 17 age bracket.
And to piggyback, just to give you that website, it is ATL Year to Youth. And that is the website for the mayor's youth program for the summer.
There are forms on that website. It's an all-encompassing website. So if you go there, you'll be able to figure out the different forms that you'll need, as well as let me give you a couple of details about the internships that are available as well. I know we have different departments within the city that offer internships, like Watershed has their own, and you contact Teresa Austin Gibbons. And I will give you all this information via email so that you'll have it and you can share. But the forms will also have this information on it. But the actual program manager for those internships is Teresa Austin Gibbons. And I just want everyone to know that no matter where you are in your summer, there's something for everyone. There really is. Like if you don't want a job and you want to hang out and just do the swimming and the arts and crafts, that's fine too. We also need mentors. I don't think we've mentioned that. So if there's anyone that's listening or that you know that probably need none of this, they could be a mentor. So we also need that.
Even volunteers. Remember when, I know when you were in high school, there was a requirement for community service. When I was, it was 75. What is it for y'all now? Is it? Oh,
there you go.
all right.
So get your community hours in.
Yes.
You know?
And even with that, our ATL Teen Leaders program that we have that runs through the school year from August to May, that program is a program where teens are allowed to come in and get their community service hours while having fun. So it's not, we're talking about summer camp, but we have something that is open all year round for the youth. So even though it's two different programs, it's still somewhere one ends, one starts. So we have something year round for all youth to be involved and be engaged in.
And then because you all are teens, and I just want to piggyback because, I do a lot of work with the ATL Teen Leadership Academy. And, I actually started last year, and luckily I'm thankful to be sitting next to you because you may not know the story behind, but during the pandemic, we all have our stories. And I was a former journalist, and I did that from the time I graduated college up until 2022 when I started this job. But I actually started to do a Instagram page, which was called SWAT's News 4. And you and council, the president, Doug Shipman, which is our president over city council, they were the first two to follow me, and they were starting to retweet my stuff because I was letting people know in District 11 based upon the newsletter that you put out every month. Literally, I love seeing that newsletter, and it gave me the inspiration to let people in my community know, hey, you can go here to get free COVID testing, or you can go here to get free COVID shots. Hey, I heard about this free program, and I was just telling everybody because, like you say, that influence from being in the community, everybody around here knows me, so they would say, oh, well, this is on the page. I can go here and get this. So, boom, it came full circle for me that this turned into a job for me.
So coming back to the Year of the Youth and with the mayor, it would be a great idea if we brought him in to do a podcast with us and, maybe talk about,
Okay.
some features.
Sounds like an invitation.
Yes, it sounds like it.
It's a challenge.
Okay. Now, if you know anything about our mayor, you
That's right.
challenge him to anything, he up for
He's
it.
up for it.
Oh,
Just
and
throwing that out
speaking
there,
of, don't forget midnight basketball, y'all.
Yes.
Yes,
Don't forget that. So midnight basketball is his baby.
yes,
It's the mayor's baby.
yes.
It started so that we can give teens something to do. And now it's this full blown thing. It really is. It's a full league. So I want Therrell High School to have a basketball team, and sign up and come and play midnight basketball.
Yes.
This is his baby.
Every Monday and Wednesday.
Monday and Wednesday, every Monday.
We're
and
in
Wednesday.
season 4 right now,
So I'm telling y'all, if y'all want him to come in here, just say midnight basketball.
and he's coming.
Yeah, and that's the thing midnight basketball offers, and that's the good thing about it. Not only do, we have a great basketball game, because I love to just watch all of the tricks, and you can actually see some of our highlights on our Instagram, just some of the top plays that I actually get from behind the scenes, but kind of just that communal aspect behind it. We're giving out free haircuts to people in the Adamsville or just in the Atlanta community. We're also giving out free food. We do have music. I heard you saying about the DJ, so I would definitely see how we can connect you all with that, because I think that's a good opportunity to just let you all showcase your talents outside of basketball, because everybody doesn't play sports.
And as a part of Midnight Basketball, also it's also a resource fair, so you're able to come have fun and get the resources that you need.
Mm-hmm.
So swinging back, actually, before we continue, let's introduce a topic or a slight segment. Go greatest of all time.
Okay, I'm like, what is y'all?
We get started.
Oh no! Wait a minute.
All right, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna ask all y'all. What is your greatest of all time favorite artist, music artist?
You got 60 seconds. Go.
Oh,
Prince.
You had 30 seconds.
Mary J. Blige.
Ooh, good one.
Diana Ross. Can I have two?
music head.
You can.
Oh, can I have two? Number one, Beyonce.
10 seconds. 5, 7.
Or Lil Kim.
Kim.
Oh, especially rapper. Yeah, rapper wise, Lil Kim, female rapper. Yeah,
I'm a little bit lost. on that one.
They some babies.
I'm
They
a little
might
bit
not
lost on
know.
yeah. We might have to do. We may have to come back and do a music
I know
lesson.
Nicki Minaj, but I know
Lil'
Nicki
Kim.
Minaj from Lil' Kim.
This is where we
but-
got. That's where she got it
That's
from.
where Nicki
I mean, like, I'm
100%.
If you're gonna talk about rap,
I mean, like, I'm just a more Nicki Minaj fan from Lil' Kim. Okay.
Wow.
Wait, y'all have the album up there, and did Nicki Minaj not get pink from?
Right?
Aha, Little Kim. Thank you.
I feel like she did.
Well-
I'm just saying, I just like her flow more.
We gotta get. I see. We gotta come back and do some music.
No, I would love to. So you guys, great idea. We're going to come back. We're going to do the music lessons. We're going to talk about where these remixes came from.
Right.
And we'll play the real version.
The real.
We'll play the new one.
Right.
Right. Let's come back and do that.
All right.
Greatest of all time food.
Oh, hot wings.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger?
Yes.
Oh, we're in Atlanta. I got the green hot wings.
Hot wings.
Yes.
Lemon pepper, extra crispy.
Where you been getting that from?
Oh, American sandwich.
Shrimp and grits all day. That's just a classic. Right?
Shrimp and grits.
So you see it everywhere. Blood shrimp. Come on, every joint.
But
I don't know.
you got to be a real special person to cook the fish and grits, shrimp and grits. It got to be good.
It gotta be good.
Well, this new generation is fancy.
Yeah, they real fancy.
Y'all real fancy.
I'm gonna say wings. I ain't gonna say.
I mean, that's a classic too.
Ramen to me, if it's like real good ramen, I would eat that every day. Every day, if it could.
I think I ate so many noodles after
I would eat
school.
ramen.
As a kid.
Over with for the noodles.
Yeah, in college too. Ooh, the college meal.
Hit us.
Personally, a steak for me.
A steak. A steak.
Fancy.
No.
Fancy.
Bro, where did you get this money from?
He said steak. Wait, do you want lobster on the side with that? You want to surf and turf?
Okay.
Oh,
Like my daughter. Y'all fancy.
Fancy.
all right. Greatest of all time brand, like clothing brand.
True Religion.
I grew up in the 90s, and it was my favorite platinum FUBU and FUBU.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
He went all back.
He telling his
Back
age.
for that one.
He telling his age.
I don't know. This is crazy. I have no idea.
You
everything.
gave us crickets. You want to say Gucci or Prada or something?
Nike.
I'm gonna say
Nike's
Nike.
sponsor.
Nike.
Oh no!
Thank you. Or Adidas, something, man.
Adidas
Right.
is way.
Hold up, wait.
Whoa.
What are you about to say?
DVF. That's Diane von Furstenberg. She has those wrap dresses.
Huh?
I could wear that every day. I could wear it every day. I know. It's just my style.
Okay, so let's get back on topic and talk a little bit about what should we? Y'all got any questions?
I actually did. So, okay, I'm in the right words. So, what is the year of the youth going to be more of like a future endeavor? Is it going to last like for the years upcoming too, for like new upcoming generations? Like, how long will it last?
Well, I, for one, am going to advocate for it being a kickoff.
Me too.
I think that this is something that's going to prove to be a game changer in how we react with our youth and how we can help. And I believe that it's just the beginning.
Same. And I just think, with the team, that each administration builds, I just think it's just getting better and better as I have moved out of the city after graduation, but I have come back home. Like a lot of people I know, especially in the world of journalism, we kind of travel off and venture from our jobs. I got my first job out of Charlotte, and then I was in Jacksonville, and I was just moving all around that. It just feels good to finally be home and actually put my imprint in the city. So I know for me, and being in the position that I am now, I'm making it where, we make those legislative things because, like I was telling y'all when I came to visit, do you know who the council person is? Do you know what district you live in? Do you know what an MPU is? Like, all of that breaks down into what you're learning right now and what would be everyday civics class. So I just think it's a full circle opportunity to just keep things going. So for me, I'm keeping it going.
So from you three, are there any like questions for us as
So I wanted to ask, I know earlier, I forget who, I think one of you guys made the statement that you wanted to feel safe in a place wherever you went. So I wanted to know, is there something that we don't offer that you may think that we need to offer so that we can provide spaces for everybody?
Well, that's good.
I'm gonna let y'all take the lead on this because
So whether it be, and I don't want it to be a hard question, I just want it to be whether it's a place where for a female, if you want to go have a place where you can go, you can talk to other women, learn about womanhood, learn about those type of things. That's the
Or
lane I'm
on
going.
a space where, you may not be learning how to, as we discussed, properly network. Do you know what to wear to a job interview? Have you worked on a resume before? Like, what kind of like things do you feel as though you all would need that we could, I guess, implement into program?
I just thought about one. I just like I guess like a space for like upcoming I don't know, just like teenagers that are about to like transfer or like transitioning into college, but they don't know how to navigate that, or they're stressed out and they don't know if they should go to college or like do something else.
So we got you. We have places for that. So that's one of the initiatives that they take on. And like I said, we have a young women's academy, a young boys academy. Those are some of the initiatives that they take on, just helping you navigate which way you want to go. And like I said before, we have a partnership with the At Promise Center. So they have resources that they bring into our teams as far as, like Councilwoman said, we have mental health resources that you may need. We have resources as far as housing, that kind of stuff. We have all that.
that was mine too, like a little bit on the mental health because I feel like it's not talked about enough.
Oh, definitely for mental.
Oh, I have a good one for y'all.
COVID.
Because mental health was a big thing, and I know how that is. Remember back in February, we actually hosted our first, what I consider to be Teen Summit. It still was our pilot program, and we named it More Than the Trim, Barber Beauty and Mental Health. So during that event, we made it so cool, and it was a historic moment because a lot of people didn't know about the history behind, barbershops in the Atlanta area through Mr. Alfonso Herndon. and, you know, just his barbershop on Peachtree. And we had that opportunity where students from ages 12 through 18, as well as their families, were invited in. They received free haircuts. Young ladies received free manicures. They also, you know, got their hairstyle. Young men got their dreads retwisted. We did a whole just spew of just mental health resources through Hazel Health, which is an opportunity that's free with the Atlanta Public Schools. So we brought in Atlanta Public Schools. We brought in greater healthcare systems. So just know, when we get the feedback that we hear from y'all, we are trying to implement those into good programming just like that.
And also just know that we didn't even speak about mental health when I was growing up.
Yeah.
No. So we've come a long way.
Yes.
I have one of my dearest friends actually started Silence the Shame, and she is from Southwest Atlanta as well. Her name is Shanti Das. And I would love for you all to check her out online, because she offers a lot of, and look, I say online, but I'm talking like platforms. She offers those types of resources, just let you all know, you know, how to reach out to different groups for specific reasons. But just, yeah, you all, I'm very proud of this generation in that you advocate for yourselves. You have the loudest voices that I've ever heard, other than like the Martin Luther King era.
Yeah.
And you also you tell the truth about how you feel. And we did not do that when I was growing up. Never heard anybody say, you know, I could use some counseling, or I could use some help with mental health or mental illness or mental health. We just didn't talk about that. Like, it didn't even come up. So just know that you all are doing like way better than we did. And we're here to help with that too.
Any closing statements or advice for the youth?
Oh my gosh, stay in your truth. I think you guys do a fabulous job of just getting your word out there and just being open to a whole lot of different things and sharing. And for that reason, I think you just need to stay the course. So that's my advice to you, is to continue doing what you're doing. Know that we're here for you, and just live life. Do the best that you can with what you have.
Go keep that ladies first.
And also, I would say that I have a teenager at home myself. So just be open to change. Be open to experiencing new things. Be open to not being afraid to ask, because my grandma always said the dumbest question is one that you don't ask. So be afraid to ask, and don't be afraid to reach out to your community partners for resources, and don't allow anyone to make you feel bad because you're reaching out. But just, you know, grab a hold to somebody, even if it's not at home. Grab a hold to an adult, somebody you feel safe, a safe place, so that you can have somebody to fall back on.
And I think my closing words will just remember that all of us work together as a community, whether it be the city of Atlanta, whether it be city council, whether it be APS, Atlanta Fire. We all work together as a team, and we do this in partnership. And you can't do two things without community. You can't have calm, which is communication. So we have to communicate with each other. But the ending part in community is the unity. So we all have to do this together. Volunteers, whether it's paid, like, we all have to do it together. So we need y'all just as much as you need us.
Well, this has been the Panther Power Podcast. It was a pleasure to have you all today. We are